Investor.com's Daily Brief. The answer to your question is learn the goddamn process, trade your trading plans, don't take too much risk on any one trade, and just let yourself get rich. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the RationalInvestor.com's Daily Brief. It's about 4 minutes past the top of the hour here on Tuesday, 16th of July. So we're now officially halfway through the month of July. Summer doldrums kicking in, maybe? I don't know. We'll say, though, had a bunch of bottoms come in the market in crypto, and yeah, we're seeing the market move up smartly here coming out of that July 4th holiday weekend. So pretty much everything as expected. Really don't see anything out of the ordinary here. It's a whole bunch of little sort of nuancy stuff going on. You know, this thing's rebranding to that brand and all that. And did hear sort of machinations about Mount Gox coins being moved around, and that sort of flustered the market. Actually, one thing that I've been pointing out to all of you recently is how we had a whole bunch of sort of better pay attention signals in our crypto top 30. And actually, one of our names that was actually spitting up yeah, you better be actually hunting setups actually did fire a nice little double bottom. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the news this morning is this thing's moving up. So tell you though, I've been having a very challenging day. This computer's dying on me, and I don't know, I'm getting the weirdest messages. So I haven't really been in a good groove here today. Sort of like, I think it's probably a function of being a Tauran, but I really like reliability, dependability, consistency, routine, all those kind of things. And I was thrown completely out of my routine first thing this morning. It's too bad too. Actually missed a really good trade in crude this morning off of a pretty good level. This was the trade. It's a nice little double bottom, market just grinding its way up. It's kind of an interesting mixed bag. We had on the system recently a whole bunch of outside downside reversal signals. I was quite surprised. I even posted in the members lounge last night when I sort of came back and looked at things after the end of the day. I was quite surprised. Of course, this mouse is a piece of crap, so it'll take me a half an hour to scroll up here and find this. Yeah, so I was quite surprised. Our key reversals, of course, you know how much I love key reversals. A whole bunch of big technology names. And actually, it was interesting. A whole bunch of these names all in unison put in bullish key reversals back last fall. And of course, you remember what happened out of the eclipse last fall. So I was quite surprised to see quite a few outside downside key reversals there on the tech stocks from the screeners on the system. Unfortunately, Sjord is away. Tuesdays is Sjord day for the Daily Brief after party, but he's on his summer vacation right now. And I think, to be honest with you, I think as soon as he's back, I'm going on vacation for a couple of weeks because I'm just about had it. I'm just so stressed. And this computer is just fighting with me every single day, just nonstop. I think it's time for Brian to take a break. Was interested, as I said there a moment ago, the crypto, and actually it's really cool. This is one page that we've put together on our dashboard where you can just see all of the crypto names all in unison. Of course, I've been talking to all of you about coming out of the July 4th holiday weekend and how usually the market likes to pivot through that. And just like clockwork, it's happening again. So did have interesting, there's double bottom there on good old corn. You can see it zipping up here. Did have a couple names on the screeners that actually were saying, our weekly commodity trend survey, FET really liked, and SHIB, I think also too, it really liked. I think both of those just spat out double bottom breakouts. So if you are a member of the community, then, and you're a member of the dashboard, you should have gotten this report. Well, I guess this is a screen that you can access on the site, but, this weekly commodity trend survey, we even did sort of a pseudo report recently. I don't think we got it off in time. I might still try and put something out. But actually, yeah, look at that list is really coming down because all these names are all zooming back up now. So kind of funny how that happens. So, I think seasonally, we're now into the sort of summer silly season. Like I said, coming out of that July 4th holiday weekend, usually the market does turn. I think there are some fantastic looking trades. That little FET just looks like perfect there. And as I said, that SHIB, you can see even the meme coins starting to come back to life, Pepe and stuff like that. And actually, I did do some buying. Solana. This is actually a really good example I posted in the lounge last night about moving average confluence and when they all come together like this in this sandwich and then release with bullish market structure. Wow, that is a hell of a signal. Because you could argue all three of these moving averages are going to be really stiff support now. So, buying the double bottom and risking to a break of these lows is a pretty good trade. So that did jump out at me, and I think we have been barking about that recently. I don't know whether I feel as enthusiastic about the stock market. Stock market's kind of just floundering here. And where I think we're in one of these sort of brick and mortar versus 21st century, internet age kind of economic scenarios here now. In that, as I said, the screen share that I just showed you was all the key reversal signals coming out of tech stock land. You can see tech stock's not really that happy today. I suppose Amazon, Tesla are up a bit here, but on balance, I don't think they're really overly happy. But who is moving up? And the banks are now reporting their earnings, and bank earnings are coming in pretty strong. And so stocks like Bank of America, and I think I showed you a while ago our screeners when I pull up the daily momentum push screeners recently. We had just a whole bunch of financial stocks all spitting up very bullish. In fact, we can actually see quite a few the big blue chips. Isn't that interesting? Where was it? It was a week or two ago. I think we saw. This is still pretty recent here. Anyway, a week or two ago, we had a lot of these, there's MetLife coming up, breaking out, Principal Financial Group. Anyway, you can see all the momentum signals here. U.S. Bank Corp, there's a big one. That was back on the 2nd. Amerin, I think that's like an insurance. Fifth Third Bank Corp, Key Corp, Morgan Stanley, Capital One, Fidelity Realty Investment Trust. A lot of these sort of financial related names. So, the news du jour, like I said there a moment ago, was really not so much Econs today. just more sort of we're in earnings season, um, and the financials are reporting, and they seem to be relatively happy here. And if we look at Bank of America, I'm sure the chart probably looks pretty bullish. Of course, half the time I spend just trying to figure out what the hell tab I'm supposed to be on. BAC. Let's see what Bank of America looks like. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty bullish, right? Jesus H Christ. So they got a hell of a momentum behind them, up 5% on the day. So you can imagine that what that's doing to the entire financial services sector. And so, you know, the talk recently from me to all of you has been sort of like the market's nosebleedy. I mean, we're above PRZs, A, B, C, D kind of thinking harmonics. I could very easily see some sort of top come in here. We've got lots of potential divergences, and you know, this is a concept that we teach in our education program. Big difference between potential divergences and confirmed divergences. Well, you can see that the volume is quieting down. I get the feeling we're probably going to need to see a day. You know, this is a daily futures chart day where we probably do less than this bar right here, and that is what is that? Where's the volume? It's not showing. All right. Well, anyway, it would show right here. I'm not quite sure why it isn't. Oh, it must be like right up there. That's the kind of day that I'm having. I'd show you right there, but you can't see it. Actually, I think that's probably the price band. Anyway, I'm not quite sure why I can't show you the volume. But anyway, you can all pull this up here. One high, two highs, three highs. You can see we're making lower highs. If we get a bar through this bar here, that will be a volume impetus signal that the bulls have fallen asleep. MACD histogram, you can see how it's kind of, you know, the insane momentum push coming out of this turn here, this double bottom here, that's played itself out, right? Bought, move stop to scratch, move stop to trailing, ding, 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 profit objective hit, get the fuck out, take profits, go enjoy the hookers and blow in the Hamptons. Being participating up here right now, it's not really like there's any sells yet, but you can clearly see the momentum is waning here. And, you know, an indicator that I built years ago to keep me out of trouble, to sort of prevent me from buying markets that have already gone. Good old Willie is really just parked up here in the overbought condition. Actually, interesting now, you can see first smatterings of RSI divergences. And, you know, I famously chastised an old TRIer for getting uber bullish on Bitcoin when there was a confirmed weekly divergence in RSI. And of course, that was the top of the market, and the market totally collapsed following that. So, you know, probably, you know, if this MACD divergence fires, then I would imagine the RSI divergence will fire. And as I said, if we get any sort of, you know, slowdown in the buying pressure here, we're going to get volume impetus signals that the bulls have fallen asleep. So there's plenty of anecdotal evidence out there to be very cautious in this environment. But there are no outright sell signals or short signals yet. It's just big hurry up and wait. And what I see happening is it's sort of like the market's flip-flopping back and forth. When you know, when the tech stocks are feeling kind of meh, not so bullish. And like I said, I mean, I was actually quite surprised to see things like NVDA, of course, the darling of Wall Street. You all see the letter of the alphabet there. It's staring you in the face. It hasn't fired yet, but wowee, wower, wow, wow, wowies. This is now outside downside reversal. Not quite a key reversal, but definitely a bearish engulfing bar. And now another one, and this is a key reversal off of basically the same level. What the hell's going on here? So there's plenty of anecdotal evidence that these big tech stocks are not happy at all. Remember I showed you that Qualcomm. It was also on the screen. Oh, good to see it's broken. It's actually, oh, this is actually really good learning material here for you. And anybody who's in the level one course, you did your module on candlesticks recently. Yes, this is a bearish engulfing bar. Yes, it is a key reversal bar, but did it actually fire? Did the signal actually come in? And then what is this bar here? And the answer is no, the sell signal did not come in. And this is actually a harami inside bar, baby completely inside mummy's body. So move above that wicks high is actually a buy signal. So not a big surprise that's happened. So if anything, take that guy off of the concerning list. That Lamb Research this is another really big semiconductor stock. Let's say, oh boy, look at that incredible outside downside reversal. So there's something not right in technology stock land. That's for darn certain. Of course, I did find it interesting with regard to Bitcoin. You might argue there was nice inside bar reversal there, weekly candle suggesting up we go. I don't know whether I necessarily am overly bullish about this chart though. The problem here, and I even saw it the other day, somebody was posting like social media, and of course, our site members, people are posting social media stuff all the time. All right, that's the bottom. Okay, we go straight up from here. Oh, it's a new bull market, rah rah. All those people that were talking cautiously off of the top, they're all idiots. Just get in there and buy and you'll make money. As soon as you start hearing that talk again, it's like, oh no, here we go again. If anything, I would almost prefer that, and interestingly enough, you talk to people about shit coins right now. And of course, everybody's a Bitcoin maxi, and shit coins are going to zero, like that Barstool guy, right? He's basically sworn off altcoins. So, in that kind of environment, you swear off altcoins. What do the altcoins do? They go start going crazy. We pointed out just the other day this silly cripple. I mean, this is a shitcoin. I don't call it whatever you will. That's one hell of a W that came in there. Boom, boom, boom. And this is why you actually listen to me. This is why you take my education program is you're trying to learn how to recognize that they're throwing the baby out with the bathwater down to the bottom end of the range. Income W's, live by the sword, die by the sword, take appropriate risk, and boom, boom, boom. You're off to the Hamptons enjoying your hookers and blow. So, I mean, I think there's plenty of examples of the shaltcoin market rallying, and I'm seeing W's come in day after day after day. So I think I even pointed out this W on, I don't know whether I did it on the free broadcast, but you can see this link one, it just came in. So you can't even argue that you can't be here. I distinctly remember pointing this out yesterday. So it's ready to go. So I think that there is money to be made in the market. I think it is sort of the summer doldrumsy kind of market. I'm a little concerned that crypto's maybe gone a little too far, a little too fast. We did have these fog and bombs, and of course, good old Mountain Man. And we are kind of thinking inverted head and shoulders, and then of course market structure. And now that this level has been taken out, now I think you actually do get into the phase where what you're looking for is a pullback into this bottoming area for a buy setup. I even on the lounge last night, I was saying squiggly line theory for the win, right? Because we draw this a couple days ago. I wouldn't be surprised if this is what our pattern sort of looks like. It was interesting to hear that a whole bunch of Mount Gox coins all of a sudden appeared in the marketplace, and people were like, don't rain on our parade. So earlier this morning, this was actually down quite a bit. You can see how low the low was this morning. I don't know whether you call that a top or anything. I mean, I don't even really think that's a signal there. But what I would simply say is if we go and M out here, don't be shocked if we have to come all the way back, right back down to the bottom. If anything, you almost don't even want to see an M. What you want to see is just, yeah, just nice, polite 2 or 3 bars. Market rips off the band-aid nice and cleanly. That's left as a V top, which should be tested. And then we go through the process of testing the lows. It turns back up, and of course goes back up, tests the highs, runs the stops, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's kind of cliche. Kind of like that Solana chart, though. You can imagine all of these moving averages are all now, they should all start acting as support in here. So any kind of pullback down into these levels, I would say is, that's probably your next buy window if you're actually thinking about buying something like Bitcoin. But as I said there before, I actually think there's probably more opportunity to make money in things like the shalt coins. Yeah, we'll see. All right. So it's sort of typical summer doldrums. We didn't have a heck of a lot with regard to sort of econs coming down the pike here today. Oh god, here we go, trying to find. I'm totally scatterbrained of late with regard to routine. No, this is not the screen I wanted to show you. Probably, if anything, I think what we'll probably do is in the after party, just keep cycling through the names people wanted me to take a look at. We talked a little bit about, just make sure that we cover everything we're supposed to. Breadth data, didn't really see any change there. I'm just not having a very good week, I suppose. Look at this. I don't even know where the hell I am. All right, well, here, let's go back over here and start from scratch. Breadth data, I mean, still a very wonky image out of this breadth. I don't know if I can interpret that. I mean, theoretically, the broader market's not very happy, but we are moving higher. Not quite sure how this 30, the slow is acting in regard to that. Same sort of message out of the crypto breadth as well. Very screwy message. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Darn it. This page? Oh, that's what I clicked on. So, oh boy, now we're getting like nosebleed. If anything, this is concerning. This again is sort of like, is the market maybe moving too far, too fast? I did notice that on the main page here, when I pulled up the histogram, I see that crypto is now basically overbought again on both the short and medium term. So that's not a good sign. I really don't think it's a good idea for you guys to go in there and chase. And as I had sort of pointed out with that Bitcoin chart, I mean, they basically took all of the fluff out of, or, the bearish sentiment out of the market in like what, 1, 2, 3 days. And we are into technical objectives, and we are technically at a level where I don't know whether I would like pound the table short, but we're starting to get into areas where professionals are actually going to be thinking short. And actually, one thing that really bothered me was when I pulled up this ETF. Look at the size of that price gap from the weekend. That's not sustainable. I had said that, I even put out a tweet saying, gee whiz, this momentum looks beautiful. But you can't buy that. Well, you all know what the statistical probability that this gap should be filled in. So this chart right here is explicitly telling you that when this fluff is done, you can see how they left the gaps here and they left a gap here. And basically the market's just telling you, when this rally is exhausted, we'll have to come right back over and fill in all these gaps. And that's exactly what happened. They've left these funny little gaps, like just chop suey through here. And boom, well, they're going and filling in all those gaps. But this hole here, that can't stay open. And then you look at the futures markets and they did exactly the same thing. So look at the size of this silly gap here. Now, the interesting thing about this actually is a setup that we teach on the site for people who are interested. Doji Gap. Guy won the World Series of Trading Championship, I think, like literally 3 or 4 years in a row, just day trading. All he did was trade this Doji Gap and then just literally buy the gapping bar if it breaks out above that. And there's your price objective. So this is telling you that it wants to get up into this 78.6 and against these original trend line resistance levels. But what then? And like I said there, about this like Bitcoin ETF, look at the size of that gap. At some point we got to come back down and fill that in. So I don't know. It's, now the breadth is actually gone from this is an extremely attractive market to bang, bang, bang. Now it's overbought. What the hell do you do? And anybody that comes along and says that this is a no-brainer buy in here and that it's not risky, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I mean, this is insanely risky. So ironically enough, there's lots of risk to the upside and there's lots of risk right back down to the downside. You got a coin, maybe a Bitcoin, we'll flip it. Heads I win, tails you lose. I don't know. So, there's your sort of broader market perspective. Very dangerous environment here. I have a funny feeling that it's going to be like this chop Vegas here through the whole summer. And as I had said there a moment ago, maybe a nice note to leave off on our fun little screeners said that this was one of the names that was probably worth participating in if it did actually spit up a buy signal. And I think you got like a really powerful fractal through there. So good old Shib has told us to get back in on the long side. Maybe you're sitting there going, well, that's great, Brian, but that signal was from back here and now we're up here. So I don't think that there's a huge hurry. If I did want to participate in this, I might go and buy some of this. I sold some up top. I'm just going to be simply just waiting for those reload zone pullbacks, candle body lows for trade location, blah, blah, blah. And if the market does come down into this level and start giving us nice little W's to sneak in off of, or even fractals for that matter, I'll probably go and pick some of this up, but I can't chase that there. So unfortunately, that's kind of the state of the market right now. If anything, I think the way that I would describe this is too far, too fast. That's not a healthy move up. And with all of these price gaps, I don't know when the hell this thing rolls over. Like I said, I did hear talk about Mount Gox and coins being moved over there I don't even know, to be liquidated. I don't know what's going to happen. But the point of the matter here is this is up and down like a horse drawers, and I don't have any confidence in this as a long-term bottom. Maybe it's one of these kind of bottoms. And I think actually we had a study that I did, although I don't think I have it on this computer, but a study. Oh yeah, here it is. So I actually don't mind the idea that we sort of back and forth our way up into this next FOMC meeting. It seems that this market likes to rally in these sort of 21 bar windows. So you might argue you are here now. We're sort of like maybe up here. A nice little pullback to set up the second leg. I think would be warranted. So anyway, I'll probably leave it at that for today. All right. Have yourselves a great day. All the best. We'll pop on over to the after party and do a little bit of Q&A. So if you feel like it, come on into the after party, give our site a kick of the tires if you're relatively new to this channel and this stream. And we have 30-day trials, all those kind of things. And if you do have any questions, feel free to pop on over and ask. All right. Have yourselves a great day. All the best. And bye for now.